being a mother, and then you don't have any caretaker right now, right? So you just have to, and because this job is like, if people say they want to close tomorrow, you have to close tomorrow, right? You cannot go around and find someone to take care of my son. So I had to plan the day with him along.
For many mums, working motherhood is not a choice, it is a reality. To all working mums out there, do you find it hard juggling between children and your career? Welcome to another episode of the Breakthrough series. We're happy to have our guest for today, Ummairah Bakar. Hello.
Hi Vivian, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming down today to share with our viewers your real estate journey so far.
Okay, so I am actually a graduate from real estate.
I should say you graduate with a diploma in real estate.
I actually graduated from diploma in real estate management back in 2007. So I became a valuation officer the first 6 years after I graduated, and then I got bored and I moved to flying.
Okay.
So I was flying for about 7 to 8 years, and then I decided I want to have a baby.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I wanted to start a family. So I decided I wanted to start a family, and that's when I got pregnant with my son. So here I am now, because I wanted to have more time. I decided to join real estate.
Okay, talking about real estate, right? You actually contacted me last year, June.
Yes.
And you were actually a very special case, because for the many people that I talked to, right? After I talk to them, they have to go and take their real estate course, real estate exam. For mine, she's so fortunate. She didn't have to take any of the exam because she can, holding a diploma in real estate, right? She can actually come straight into the industry.
Yes.
For our viewers who are watching the video, right? You might be thinking, hey, how come mine can actually join straight into the real estate industry? Whereas many actually have to go through the course, taking the exam. So just for your information, right? If you are actually a graduate with NUS, Ngee Ann Poly, or Singapore Poly with a diploma or degree in real estate management, building management, you actually can skip the exam and come straight into the industry. If you need more information, right, just contact me, or mine. We can share with you more information on that. So okay, so last year we met in August, and we met in June, and you joined us immediately. Actually, last year, right, the feeling you gave me when I spoke to you was that you were a bit unmotivated.
Yes, because I just had given birth. My son was 6 months old, so it was a very new journey for me. So I was really focused on taking care of him, and then I didn't have the time actually to juggle both. So I didn't know how to juggle both motherhood and also getting into this. So I was not motivated. So I was also working at that time somewhere else.
I think too many things were
Too
happening.
many things
to
was
you last
happening.
year.
I was having issue with my body, with how things change, mentally, physically. So I was really trying to get through that phase. Better now, but
actually I can see a huge difference. I mean, since so fast we are already at this point, I can really see a very huge difference between you now and the you last year. It's really a huge difference. Okay, let me just continue. Okay, so what happened was that suddenly, right, beginning of this year, Mai actually said, hey, I want to start working. Suddenly you were like totally a changed person. You said that you want to start working. So we actually met up, and then we start to discuss like what are the things you're supposed to do. And sometimes the universe works in such a way that when you tell yourself that you want to do something, somehow things just start to fall in place, right?
Yes.
Actually, what has changed between then and in February when you say you want to start working?
Okay, so what happened was I actually did try to promote myself the last year. Like I was doing like baby steps because I was not confident at all. I was actually afraid of rejection. There was a lot of fear, a lot of negative self-talk. So but I did try. I try a bit, like ask around, or do you want to sell your house? Do you want me to help you? So I met a few people who were interested, so I I did some work. I think it wasn't good enough. I think people also noticed that I wasn't doing more, and they were not sure that is she in the industry? Actually, even my father thought I wasn't continuing with this real estate.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He didn't. He said, "You still a real estate?" Yeah, I'm still a real estate.
That was last year.
That was last year. What happened was I actually brought a client to view a new launch unit. So when I brought them there, they didn't like the unit. So I thought, okay, they actually have set their eyes on a certain project, another project lah, which was launching on New Year's. So I thought, like, after I brought them to one new launch, right, I thought, okay, they will probably come back to me. My thought is like that. They will probably come back to me and maybe tell me, okay, go with me to this new launch and maybe we can close lah. So actually on New Year's, they decided to actually get the unit. Yeah, and the transaction happened in front of me. I saw the check was passed to the agent, and I realized that if I had done more, and if I had have been more proactive, like you say, I would probably get the deal. So yeah, the wake up call is like really a slap on the face.
I know. I remember you described to me.
Yeah, it was really.
Wow, the check was given to another agent in front of you.
Yes,
that was
yes.
really like the.
Yeah, so it was really, it really a slap on the face lah. Yeah,
But you know, everything happened for a good reason.
yeah, so it happened. Yeah, because I think if that situation didn't happen, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't change. I would still be like, I'm not going to do
go
this.
with the flow.
Yeah, go with the flow. Yeah, if something comes along, I will take it. Like,
Yeah, so that happened in January. And I remember after January, right, the following month, you call me and you say, hey, you know, yeah, you have woken up.
yeah, woken up.
You want to start working. Yeah, so we actually met, you know, and we go through, you know, like what she should, what mine should do, you know, for her work. And
so how it happened was like, Vivian, can I do a goal setting with you? Yeah, then you were like so surprised. Suddenly you wanted to go setting with me.
No, but the thing is that, you see, I always say that the universe works in such a way that when you decide that you want to do something, right, things will just happen. So you said that, you know, you want to start working. And then the next thing, you know, after we meet up, the next thing is that you start to have listing. Yeah. And then you close quite a few sales within that few months. Yeah, you want to share with, you know, everybody what are the deals that you have closed, you know. So also to let brand new or, you know, experienced real estate agent who are watching the show, how do you do it, you know, and you know what has changed that, you know, you are able to close so many deals within that few months?
When I did the goal setting with you,
yes.
we talked about a few things that there was a list of things that we needed to do. So it made things very clear for me, like my goals and what I wanted. So the first thing I know I had to do was do more marketing. Just to be more present. I sort of just forced myself to do things, even if I didn't want to. Yeah, if I didn't want to go for the booth, yeah, which I just forced myself to do it, and that's where I got my first lead. So my siblings reposted some of my stories about me being an agent. So their friends got to know, and their friends told them that they want to sell. So sell and buy. So that's where my leads came from initially.
I think the thing here is about mindset. When you decide that you want to do, you start to talk about it to people around, you know. Even during Hari Raya, you were telling me, hey, you meet with your relative, you know, you start to tell them that you are a real estate agent, you know, you start to get leads. So you see, everything begins with the one. Once you want to do it, the solution will come.
Yes,
you know,
correct.
you will find means and ways to get listing. And then, you know, you start to tell me you get 2 listings, you know, and then 2 sellers, and then after that they want to buy, you know, stuff like that. So everything just start to happen.
Yeah, it's a foolproof way. Like, it's just that whether or not you want to do it or not.
Okay, I mean, honestly, I don't think I will ever forget that day. So what happened was that was this night, right? Mai just called me and she said that, hey, I'm going to close a deal the next day. But unfortunately, you know, the next day I actually have show flat duty already. So I say, hey, why don't you meet me in the show flat in the morning? I'll go through with you all the paperwork, how to do all the closings. Yeah, and then I remember you told me you are also meeting one client who is looking to sell that place. So it's 2 closing and 1 meeting a new client. The next day, she was there very early. I told her to meet me 9:45. She was there.
I came earlier than you, right?
Yeah, she was like very early. So when I reached the show flat, right, I saw her and I saw her son. Okay, then I asked her to go inside the show flat. and we spent about 1.5 hours going through all the paperwork. Are you prepared what I'm going to say next? I don't know what you're going to say. Okay, anyway, so what happened was that after the 1.5 hours, right, we came out. So your son was still sleeping. So you actually wake him up and then you carry him. Okay, so carrying the son is one thing. Okay, then after I saw you, the next scene is you carry your own bag and you carry your kid's bag. Okay, so I was like, wow. And you don't drive.
I don't drive.
I was like,
I don't drive.
I asked her, are you sure you're going to do two closing and meet one client with your son and with your heavy bag and your son's bag? Yeah, and she really do it lah. So I still remember that scene when I walked you out to your Grab, and then the car moved. In my mind, I was thinking, oh dear, this is going to be a very challenging day for me.
Yeah, it was really a challenging day for me. Like even every time you talk to me about this, right, I get really choked up because
no, I know that. I mean, I totally understand that kind of feeling. That's why I know it's very. I mean, I don't know whether you still remember that night. I text you. That night I text you. I asked you how was your day, and you just reply me challenging.
Yeah.
And I don't dare to ask you.
I think when you asked me, right, I did like cry. It was really,
okay, I didn't see like
but it was very okay lah. So it was very difficult lah because being a mother and then you don't have any caretaker right now, right? So you just have to, and because this job is like, if people say they want to close tomorrow, you have to close tomorrow, right? You cannot go around and find someone to take care of my son. So I had to plan the day with him along. So that day I managed to close and at the same time, be a mother lah, which is very difficult lah, but I had to do it lah, right?
Can I share a story with you? But you please don't cry. Yeah, actually I remember, right, many years ago, my son was about 5 or 6 years old. So
are you already crying?
No, I'm not. So that day I remember I had to go for a viewing and I still remember was at Bishop. Okay. So I don't have a car then, so I actually brought him along. Okay. So we took the bus. Okay. And the thing with taking bus is that after I alight, right, I still have to walk like 10 minutes to the
Bayshore, right? Bayshore is so far away.
And then what's the best thing? After I alight, right, started to rain.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh dear, started to rain. Then I never bring umbrella, so I have to bring my son and we have to run across the road, and both of us were all drenched. I don't know how. At that point of time, you know how I feel now. I was like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yes.
Do you feel
same? I feel the same.
It's a bit guilty. What if he falls sick?
Yes.
Then it will be
on you, right?
On me.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. And then the worst thing is that, right, during that whole situation, right, you are feeling that way, guilty, but you cannot show it to your son.
Yes.
Right? You cannot break down and say, I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
and you still have to play along and say, hey, it's very funny, you see, you're drenched, you're wet. That was what happened. But actually, honestly, if I were to think back now, every time I drive
you should have shared with me this story earlier on. So at least, when I went through it, right, I was like,
no, I cannot share with you. You know why?
Why?
Because I see that you are already crying. I think if I share with you, I think we cannot control the situation.
Yeah. I remember you asking me that at the cafe that day, and then I was like, really, it was difficult because actually that was the first time anyone had asked me how I'm managing and everything. I mean, when you ask, like, I know that you understood. Like, people who don't know, they don't ask, right? They wouldn't know what we go through. But yeah, I've already set out what I wanted to do, and I did it on that day. So once that day end, right, I feel so accomplished.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel very accomplished, and so there's a lot of that also changed me. I think that scene, the scene that you talked about, it also changed my mindset. Also, I think my self-confidence also got better from there. So that's my motivation right now. So sometimes it's really difficult, but I just say, okay, it's for my son. I'm doing this for him, but also for myself, right?
Since we are on this topic, I mean, since we are both working mom, I mean, our viewers who are watching the video who are working mom, honestly, I receive a lot of calls from mothers. They often ask me this question: hey, I don't have someone to look after my kid, or my kid is let's say primary school. Can I handle both? So what is one tip you want to share with our viewers on working mom?
Probably I wouldn't share any tips, but maybe just based on my experience, right? Because my son is quite young, so at different stage, probably you need to adjust your time management is very important. So for me, right, when he sleeps, I do all my work. Yeah, so I will, check with you on something, and even prospecting, I will do it at night. Whenever I can do something for myself, I will do it lah. If you're talking about like going when they go to school, it's even easier, right? Because if they are at school, then you have time for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, but for my case is he's always around, like he's always there. So yeah, so okay, so I follow two schedule, my husband's schedule and his schedule. So yeah, it's difficult, but I managed to really work around it, and it's not easy, but I try to work around it. Yeah, just find the time lah. I think. Yeah, just find the time to
Just
to
do
start.
it.
Yeah, just do it. Just find the time to start. For me, it has been like small steps, small goals. I mean, I'm still a work in progress. Like, it's not like I've got everything figured out. Yeah, it's still a process. But I think I'm getting better. If I see myself back in like a year ago, I know there's a lot of changes in
A
me.
lot,
Yeah.
actually, seriously, a lot.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's
I owe it to this job lah, because it really built my self confidence. I think. Yeah.
One person who I really love to read or follow is Michelle Obama.
Oh yeah.
So in her books, right, I always read her books. One of the things that she say really I feel very strongly about is that she said you can have it all, but not all at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is really true.
Yeah, it's true.
We can do everything. We want to do everything.
Yes,
as
correct.
women, we want to do everything, but there's a priority for everything.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So, and many a times I find that, especially mothers, right, they make life very difficult. Okay, we make life very difficult for ourselves. Yeah, we always try to be the perfectionist, you know.
Yeah. I think that's the problem with us. Like, we want to be perfect at so many things, but we know we cannot.
Yes.
Even the smallest things are even like, you know that you have kids right now, and then you know your house cannot be clean, right? But you still want to clean your house. You get what I mean? Like, it's like, sometimes you really have to choose your battles, right?
Correct.
You just have to choose your battles wisely.
Yeah. Actually, after listening to your story, right, I mean, it sort of reminded me the reason why I started team building. So, you know, I'm actually in the industry for many years lah. And then it never occurred to me that I want to start team building until like 3 years ago. Yeah, it was about 3 years ago. So then I was thinking, hey, you know, the day when I joined the real estate industry, right, I was still single. I was not married yet. Then after, you know, I have my first kid, my second kid. You know, now my kids are older, in secondary school already. So throughout my whole journey, I find that I'm able to spend a lot of time with my children simply because of the nature of this job. So, but at the same time, I look at my friends around me, my peers around me. They are actually working in a 9-to-5 job. And literally, I say 9 to 5. It's not 9 to 5. It's like 8 to 8.
No, it can be like long hours.
So the common feeling they have whenever I meet up with them is that they feel very guilty. I mean, literally, morning when you wake up, they have to go to school. Then at night when you come back, it's their bedtime already. So that was the reason I find that, hey, actually, you know, I'm in the real estate career. I actually get to spend a lot of time with my children. So that's why I actually started this RealTeam. And I really think that, you know, a real estate career is a very good career for women who are looking to, you know, either do a mid-career switch, or, you know, if you're a new mother like yourself, you know, you can also,
So you work around your children's timing. I think many mothers who work as an salesperson, a real estate salesperson, will agree that they have more time for children. And I would actually recommend, I did recommend a lot of my fellow mothers try and join. It really is a good career.
Mothers looking to, you know, join us as real estate agent. And I mean, based on my past experience, I really encourage them to do so.
They always say they don't have the confidence or getting out from your comfort zone. It's always the issue. And this job really wants you to get out from there. So I think some of them are going through those fears as well. They might not be so willing to try this out. Okay, I have to add this also. I'm glad I found you.
Yeah, don't make me cry.
No, but really. Okay, I feel like at this stage in my life, right, I'm kind. Before I met you, I'm lost. To be honest with you, I'm lost.
I mean, looking at you now, right, I really want to say I'm so proud of you.
No, but I really have to say this. Like, I think I'm very thankful that I think everyone will say the same. Like, not just for me. I think all of our team members feel that you've really guided us a lot, and personally for me, you did a lot. Really, really. Sometimes I don't know how to thank you. I don't know how to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
End the show now. Okay, so we are done with the show. Okay, I will come back with another breakfast series. Bye. It's
I'm
not
so
because
happy to meet them. Yeah.
this is our team, I say that, but I really feel that the people that we have in our team, right, is different character, no? Really,
Yeah,
everybody has got their own strength,
correct,
and
yeah.
we are
Yeah, they have their
similar.
own strength.
It's different but similar in a way.
Yes,
If you see what I mean.
And I was like, everyone I met along the way, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I can get along with them so well, and they are so motivating. So I think it really goes back to you lah, because
No,
I
actually, honestly, I didn't do much.
I mean, you
I'm
didn't
just
do
a
much.
person who grouped this.
yeah,
Okay,
but
that's all.
it just so happened that we all can get along so well, and they also have a lot of things to share, and I'm really glad I'm here lah. Yeah, so I wanted to
Can we finally end it now? Okay, we shall see you back with another episode. I have somebody in mind already, so I will be back real soon. Okay, thank you, Mai. Bye-bye.
Bye.